Students, good morning. Students who are in the online, am I audible, students? So now I will move to the further. Fan of KVR. Good morning, King of Python programming, sir. Okay, my dear student, thank you. Now I will move to the further. Okay, students, previously we had discussion related to mobile module name required for, come on, required for developing multi-threading applications. What is the name of the module? Threading. Threading module. Threading module. What are the functions in the threading module? Current underscore thread, active underscore count. That we already discussed or not? Yes. So went all of a sudden, went to home. Okay, shut up. So next, active underscore count. Abhishek Shinde, not audible, sir. So re-login, my dear student. Shinde, re-login. So am I audible, students? Online students? Okay. So now let us move to the further. Class name also I started. What is the class name in threading module? The class name in threading module is thread. So the threading module contains a predefined class called what? Thread. So the purpose of thread class is that to create subthreads and executes the operational logic written in functions or what? Methods. Profile of which class? Thread class. So thread, target, comma, args. And I explained in the last session. Start function also explained. And these are the very, very important things. Now I'm entering into this place. So let us start discussing about get name and set name. Both of them I will discuss it. Let us go to the set name, get name related properties. Let us go to this place. Here I'm going to take up. The thing is, yesterday's class, already we had a discussion related to the program. You just take that part. Here, thread creation, example 1, example 2, with functional programming, with object-oriented programming. I already said number of approaches to develop multi-threading applications. So there I said by using functional programming, I said by using object-oriented programming, I said these are the examples also we discussed it. Let me open one example on that. Thread creation example 1. You just observe it. As a function, module is imported, functions are defined, subthreads are created, and then we dispatched it. This is comes under what? Functional programming meaning. Functional programming. At the same time, I was opened it one more also. Object-oriented programming, defining in a class, taking instance methods, creating multiple threads, where I'm calling the instance method with respect to the object of corresponding class. What is my corresponding class here, students? H, whose object is created. H dot welcome of, H dot greet of. At the same time, one more also I was showing you guys. Thread example creation example 3.py. There I said separate class and a separate method, separate class again, two separate classes with a nameless object I used it. Nameless object. Did you remember? This is the one we have discussed already in the last session. If I take it, this part, if I take it, half part of it, if I take, look at students. Here I'm going to write it. Here I'm going to write it. You please avoid this class. One is enough. So I'm going to take up. This is anyhow you try to print it. Or directly you can start printing with the thread itself. So try to remove this. What is this now? I'm using set get thread example.py. Set name get name example.py. What is this now? Thread name I am writing. Same as this like previous only. I created what, students? Come on. I created one subthread. What is that object name? T1. Here T1 is an object called a subthread object whose default name is thread1. How do you know that is the thread1? I am saying to you is the thread1. You are taking it as a thread1. You have to ask me, sir, how can we know that it is a thread1? There is a function name called what? Come on. Get name. Call it get name. With respect to what? T1 dot. Come on. Get name, which returns T name. Which returns T name. Which T name? Subthread T name will be returned. ST name. Subthread name will be returned. Print of default name of subthread. Default name of subthread is equal to ST name. ST name. I wrote ST name. Are you following, guys? So this will output will come, but one warning message will come, student. Warning message. Deprecation warning message will come. Deprecation warning. Deprecation warning will come. What do you mean by deprecation? Did I explain deprecation to you in the classes? Where? Reload time. IMP dot reload, I said. Do you remember? That time I tell you I said this type of coding. So IMP, we don't use it. We are using what? Import lib. Import lib is a new name which is changed from IMP to what? Import lib. Similarly, we are going to say get name is a old name, old name. That name is changed only on what? Attribute they gave. Only the attribute name they gave. What is that attribute name? Just a word called name. Name is one of the instance data member in the thread class. What is T1? Object of which class? T1 dot. T1 dot what? Name. The name of T1 will come. What is the name of the T1? Thread1. You can say T1 dot get name also you can say, correct or not? T1 dot get name also you can say, because it is a function which is a deprecated, a long in process. They eliminated this long process kind of things. They gone for what? Attribute concept they went off. So output will come, but you will get the deprecation warning message. Let me execute it, students. Go to the place. Here I will say this set and get. Go to this place. Now I'm writing here CMD. Now I'm going to say, go to once again here, CMD here. There I'm going to write it. Run as an administrator here. There I'm going to write it. E colon, go to this place. KVR, Python, 9 a.m. 9 a.m. Here I will go for threads. There I will go for it. PY. So here set thread, etc. Please read out deprecation warning. Chadavandadi. Get name is deprecated. Get the N is here. Come on, AME. Attribute instead. And instead of name, instead of get name, use what? Name. Answer got it. What is the name? Thread1. Answer got it. But why warnings? I don't want to get the warnings. So go to where? In the same place. Now I'm writing here. Here I'm writing here. Get name function deprecated on the name of which attribute? Name attribute. How to use it now? ST name is equal to T1 dot name. That's all. T1 dot name. It is acting like a get name only. Now see that answer now. See that answer. Try to save this. Try to run this. So I'm getting what? Default name of subthread is what? Thread1. Am I getting any deprecation warning, students? No. This is called what? Right side I am writing T1 dot get name. Left side I am holding its result. Understood that? Well, next I want to go for, this is called getting the name of the thread or not? Here, get the name of the thread. Get the name of the subthread. Get the name of the subthread. Now I got it. Print it. Now I am writing what? Set the name of the thread. Set the name of the subthread. Set the name to the subthread. What name? Set user-friendly name to the user-friendly name. Set user-friendly name. User-friendly name to the subthread. User-friendly name to the subthread. How do you set? Easy. T1 dot set name you are using. Of what? I'm writing KVR. I'm setting the name to T1 as KVR. Or I'm going to set this name as ROSUM. I'm just writing like this. Set name is taking the parameter. What is the original name of T1? Thread 1, which is changed as what? ROSUM. Get the name of the thread once again. After setting, get the name of the thread. Here I am writing. Get the name of the thread after setting. Get the name of the thread after setting. After setting. ST name is equal to T1 dot get name. What is printed here? ROSUM. ROSUM printed. Previously it was printed what? Thread 1. Now this set name also deprecated. Deprecated warning message will come now. Answer will come. Deprecation message will come. What is the default name of the subthread? Thread 1. Next you see deprecation warning. Set name is deprecated. Set the come on, name attribute instead. Default name of subthread is what? ROSUM. But this deprecation message came or not? They are saying don't use what? Set name. Use what? Yes. Now I'm going to write it. I'm writing here. In this place I'm saying. In this place I'm saying. Here. Here. Get set name. Set name. Set name of what? STR. Deprecated on the name of what? Name attribute. How do you use it? Keep comment. Come on, say. T1 dot name is equal to ROSUM. See how simple it is. T1 dot name right side of assignment operator, just the value. T1 dot name left side of what? Assignment operator will set the value. Right side of assignment operator getting. Left side of assignment operator is setting. Print that. No deprecation warning messages. See, default name thread 1. Default name of the thread after setting is ROSUM. So here I am writing after setting. After setting, I am writing after setting. This is called what? Default name of the thread before setting. Before setting. I hope you are understanding, students. Before setting and after setting. You got my concept. Set name and then get name concept, you got it. Got it up? So let us come back to this. So we used what functions here? Set name function. So finally I'm writing set a name. Set a name. I'm going to write it. Set name deprecated. Deprecated on the name of which attribute? Name attribute. Name attribute. One more thing. Get name. I will write here. Get name also deprecated on the name of what? Name attribute. Go back to this place. Here I am writing. Here I am writing. What is this now? Tell me. Syntax. Syntax. What is the syntax? Thread object dot. Thread object dot. Get name. Get name. Get name. Here I will write it. Here I will write it. Variable name. Variable name. This is not recommended. Not recommended. Why not recommended? Because get name deprecated. Deprecated. On the name of what? On the name of which attribute? Name attribute. Name attribute. Okay. Written students. Name of this attribute. So what is the way of doing another way, students? Variable name is equal to thread of. Variable name is equal to thread obj dot name. Name. That's all. So this function or the, I will write like this. The get name or what, students? Name attribute. Name attribute. Name attribute. Name attribute. Attribute is used for obtaining name of the subthread. Name of the subthread. Getting, students? Similarly, Same to same I will take here also. Same to same I will take here also. Here also I would like to say the same. Instead of that, syntax is what? I will write it. Thread obj dot set name of what I will write it? str. That is called what? Thread name. Thread name. Thread name of which type? str type. str type. Not recommended because set name deprecated on the name of what? Name attribute. Or I will write it. What I am writing? Thread obj dot name is equal to what? Thread name of which type? str type. Same thing. Same thing. Here, set name or name attribute is used for setting the name to the thread, name to the thread, name to the subthread. Are you following? This is about set name and get name kind of functions and whose corresponding examples. Now I'm going for next what? Is alive. Is alive I am going to discuss. Online students, is this example is clear? Set name, get name example is clear and the corresponding example is available here. Now I'm going to talk about the next concept is called is alive. What is the meaning of is alive? You only tell me, just to understand immediately. Is alive. When it is thread is created, is it alive? Is it alive? No. It is in the off mode, not in running mode. What is the is alive returns false. When it is running, if you call is alive, returns what? True. True. So is alive returns two values, either true or false. If it is running, it returns true. If it is not running, returns what? False. I hope you are following. So let us move to the further. I will go to this place. I will take the thread creation. This is my thread creation, whatever it might be. I'll take an example of this. So I'm going to write it, another part of it, where I'm going to take up. Here you see students, take the same example like this, thread creation. I am talking about is alive example, is alive example.py. There I am going to write it, welcome function, etc. I wrote it, thread dot, this everything not necessary, create the subthread, create the subthread. One subthread you are creating. You see guys, how simple it is. Now I am going to write it. If you want to set any name, you can set the name. How do you set it? T1 dot name is equal to what? RS. RS. Now I am asking print of is T1 thread object, is T1 subthread executing? Is T1 subthread is executing? No. I will write it, comma, come on, T1 dot is underscore alive. Alive. What is T1 dot is alive? Somebody ask you, what is T1 dot is alive? How do you answer it? First of all, you answer my question. Is alive is what actually? Instance method. Present in where? Thread class object. It is present in thread class. What method it is? Instance method. How I am calling? Object name dot. Object name dot function name. It is nothing but a method only, no? Which method it is? Instance method. Done. Is alive. Then you try to run this now. To save this example. Is alive example.py. Is alive example.py. Try to run this now. Py. Is alive example. Is 3.1 is executing? False. Now I will go for what? Come on. T1 dot start. T1 dot start. T1 dot start. When you say T1 dot start, this is called what? Is T1 subthread executing before? Is T1 before start? Before start. Now I am writing is T1 start before subthread executing after stop? After start. What is the answer? True. Beautiful. See students, it is going to print what? True. Before start? After start? Now tell me, these two lines are executed by whom? This line is executed by whom? చూడండి ఇక్కడ this thread name is what? RS. This is executed by what? Subthread. This is executed by whom? Main thread. Already I said main program entries are executed by main thread. Function related logic is executed by subthread. Already I said in the class. So I'm printing the execution status of my thread. What is my execution status? Beginning false, after true. Are you following? Good. Now I'm going to say one more stuff I want to show you. This is about which function? Is_alive function. What is this now? False. Here what? True I am going to say. True I am going to say. Take care, students. Now I am going to take up. Coming to this place. Is_alive. Syntax I will write it first. Syntax I will write it. What is the syntax here, students? Tell me. Thread object dot thread obj dot is_alive. Is_alive. This function is used for checking the execution status of what? Subthreads. This function returns true. This function returns true. Provided subthread is under execution. Correct or not? Subthread is under execution. This function returns false. In which cases this returns false? This function returns false provided subthread is not under execution. Not under execution means what? Not under execution అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? Before start function and after completion of the execution. After completion of the execution. Is it executing? No. Before executing, is it under execution? No. Simple, student. Before joining BTech first.
Niti